Welcome back to the road trip. We just finished checking out the training facility at the NASA campus here in Houston, and we're on our way back to the museum now. There might be some more of the campus to see. It's a nice bike. There's a Jeep complete with rubber ducks. Got 3 of them. There's some more liquid nitrogen. The Lunar Receiving Park.
Now, well, I'm not sure what everyone's favorite part of that facility was. There was one special piece of it that we cannot easily see from the catwalk. Now, like I said, we cannot easily see Valkyrie from the catwalk, but she does live inside of this building. Valkyrie is a humanoid robot that NASA is developing to take care of our future Martian base when humans are not there. Since we know a permanent presence on Mars is likely not possible, immediately after our first movements on the surface, we want to explore the capabilities of using humanoid robots to remotely maintain our Martian base while we are gone. As we are testing her to be ready for Mars, she is operational down here on Earth to clear our debris and search for survivors in any disaster zones. So she is already helping us. And if you want to learn more about her, she is actually on all social media platforms under the handle NASA Valkyrie. Now, getting humans into space is no doubt one of the greatest achievements in the history of humankind. However, keeping humans in space safely for a longer duration of time is just as much, if not more, of an accomplishment as getting mankind into space. Now then, coming up is what really sets this place apart from our station over in Florida. Coming up on our left-hand side is going to be the heart of JSC. This is the Christopher C. Kraft Jr. Mission Control Center, responsible for monitoring every detail of every crewed NASA mission. This building housed the mission control that John Schweiger was speaking to when he said, "Houston, we've had a problem," on Apollo 13. It has served as the eyes and ears for astronauts for almost 60 years. From monitoring the first American spacewalk to the first moon landing, all the space shuttle missions that helped build the ISS, and most recently, our Artemis missions to return to the moon. To manage all this work, there are 5 flight control rooms inside of this building. Teams of people work around the clock, 24/7, 365 days a year, tending to the International Space Station instead of a flight control room inside this building. And here's a little fun fact, ladies and gentlemen. You'll see that American flag flying on top of that building up there? Well, that flag only flies when there is at least 1 American astronaut in space. And it's been flying for a consecutive 25 years.
Wow.
Obviously, it's not the same flag year in, year out, because due to the weird weather we get down here in Houston, it gets some wear and tear and we end up having to switch it out. But imagine that, ladies and gentlemen. For 25 years, we have never had 1 year when we didn't have one of us up in the stars.
Impressive. Bikes work. This might be some mission control staff right here. Going into the office.
Now, communication is key to every single human mission. While there is endless testing and training to be had at all buildings we've seen so far, this is to ensure our astronauts and equipment are well prepared for the successful mission. During the mission, the back and forth dialogue between the crew and the support team taking place right there in mission control in real time keeps astronauts safe, on track, and headed for success. There are so many moving parts to a mission, and once a spacecraft is launched, almost every move the astronauts make is monitored, documented, and advised by a team of flight controllers right here. They are responsible until the second that spacecraft is back on Earth. Building 21. You can see the wall is covered in black glossy matte stone, which depicts a human DNA genome. This is the Human Health and Performance Lab, where biomedical research takes place. When you sign up to be an astronaut, it is a lifelong career. This is where astronauts are monitored and cared for. Their physical and mental health are studied for health risks associated with the effects space has on their body. Even after the astronauts retire, some of these effects can be long-term. Space exploration beyond the Earth's orbit has taught us an enormous amount about the human body's physiology and our behavioral health. An example being NASA's work in osteoporosis research. Our astronauts experience 2% bone density loss for every month they are in space, which mimics severe cases of osteoporosis. NASA's research equates to slow down this bone density loss for the benefit of our astronauts being able to do long-term space missions and to help the estimated 200 million people here on Earth that suffer from osteoporosis. There's currently a lot of extraordinary work coming out of Building 21, and we're excited to learn that the advances we've made in human exploration has a direct impact on our present health and wellness, all due to the work taking place behind those doors.
Very nice.
Now then, ladies and gentlemen, we will be making an optional stop here at Rocket Park, where you can see our world-famous Saturn V rocket, or our 2 other Mach rockets on display. Now, if this does interest you, please listen to the following guidelines before we let you go. Please do not cross the road with these longhorns, as that is private property and will be considered trespassing. Please do not climb any of the display rocks we have here, as well as the trees or anything else to be fine. And the entrance you will be going through is an entrance-only gate, meaning that you will only be exiting on the far right-hand side underneath the awning. So once again, when you're ready to leave Rocket Park, please only do so by going through the gate on the far right-hand side in the corner underneath the awning. So, if all this is good with you and you'd like to go visit Rocket Park, please wait until we pull up to the appropriate spot in front of the entrance gate. At that point, I'll give you the all clear to disembark on the left-hand side of the tram. For those wishing to just go straight back to Space Center Houston instead, just remain in your seats, wait till everyone that wants to go visit Rocket Park gets off the tram, and we'll depart to Space Center Houston shortly after. So once again, please just wait until our tram comes in for the complete stop, and at that point, those that wish to visit Rocket Park can disembark on the left-hand side.
We saw Rocket Park earlier, so we're gonna go back to the museum. See you there.
And there.